Now, obviously, when you have a killer HEATWAVE handy, you need to be very stupid and not cover up, so you can get heat stroke, sunburnt, and just about everything else. Not a good advert. So the first thing that you need to do is to put a hat on, such. Now, when you've got your hat on, you are now completely protected and you don't need anything else. Well, maybe a shirt might not be a bad idea. So let us proceed to put a shirt on. I would suggest probably better a long sleeved shirt. So make sure you wear long sleeves. If you wear the short sleeve shirt, and then obviously wear some sun cream on your arms, your hands, and any other bits that are not covered. And obviously if you're a very well endowed gentleman, then you may need a bigger tube than this. Obviously don't walk around with a white ding dong because you might get into trouble. So I would suggest, instead of walking around with your ding dong hanging out and covered in sun cream, I would suggest the gentleman wears long trousers. Maybe have the shirt out, you know, for a little bit of extra air. And the other thing that the gentleman, or indeed the ladies tend not to have the ding dongs, but sometimes these days some do. Moving on very swiftly. Now, what I suggest that you know, the gentleman or the lady does is this. It's quite simple, really. You know, get the old sunnies out and put your sunglasses on. And now the gentleman or the lady is now protected from said sun, because you have a long sleeve shirt. Maybe just do it up a bit better, whack a bit of sun cream around here. Let's just do the sun cream thing, because I probably ought to do some sun cream. So, you know, just whack a bit of sun cream, you know, on your nosy, get it on your nosy. If you're wearing a titty hat like this, then realistically your ears are kind of like protected anyway. I would suggest that you wear shoes and socks, so that if you wear sandals, you know, just make sure that you put some sun cream on your little tutties too, because if you don't have sun cream on tutties, your tutties are going to get red, and you don't want red tutties. So now you've protected your head, your face, your eyes, your little looter. You've protected your whatsits, you've protected your chesticles and your testicles, and you've also protected your legs, because you are now covered from head to foot in sun protecting equipment. Now, obviously, the most sensible thing to do is to stay home in a darkened room with the curtains drawn, the fan on maximum, drink lots of water and say a few Hail Marys, and hope that you get through the hot sun stuff. Now, if you are mad enough to come out like I have, then obviously you pitch your tap at a very high. So you can see I have pitched at least 1 foot off the ground. I would strongly recommend against your tents, because obviously your tent is going to be a heat trap. But if you thought properly and you have a proper shelter, then this particular proper shelter has lots of airy going through. Indeed, the wind has even been somewhat kind to us, because yesterday the wind was coming up the valley and basically up me up the back end there, but it has now effectively done a Unio ATO and is now blowing down my trumpeto. Now obviously if it stays okay, then I will leave my front end exposed to the wind, and obviously if necessary I can just shift my door around a bit easy enough with the trail star, of course. The first time we have mentioned MLD in this said video. Now obviously if, like me, you have a doggy-o, make sure that you have a bolio of waterio there, plenty of water to hand. Water is full. A good idea to pitch, you know, somewhere, well, okay, this is not exactly sheltered, obviously, but it's certainly got a breeze. So we have the wind blowing through. We even have a happy tree over there where we could, you know, hide under if necessary. So I would suggest that you carry a tree with you, and that way if you need some shade, then you are indeed, of course, covered. And ideally try to pitch your tent, well, actually I suggest that you stay home in that darkened room, or use a campsite and camp under a tree, or stay by the road, and then the police will come along and arrest you, because we don't want the riff-raff coming out here and ruining it for everybody else. So basically my message to every other camper is fuck off, go back home into your darkened room, because you're not wanted out here. Right, now where were we? Oh yes, now if you are ridiculously if you are ridiculous enough to come out here in the middle of a heat wave, obviously pitch up near water. You can see that dog has Lassie is ably demonstrating that there is, you know, water flowing through here. This is a little bit dried here, but there's actually a good flow of water bizarrely just up there, and it's cutting a bit of a corner off there. But you know, make sure that you are near water. If you do come out here responsibly, sensibly, and don't ruin it for everybody else. Be protected head to foot, and if you do have a dog, then obviously make sure that you have plenty of water for the dog, preferably your dog's own stream. I've probably missed 1,000 things. This is just a video in jest, but it has a serious undertone as well. So, you know, take care out there, you know, enjoy your day-to-day life. You're just, you know, going out and about and doing your stuff. Stay hydrated, cool, calm, comfortable, relaxed, have fun. Just drink lots of water, eat sensibly, stay as cool as you can, and enjoy the sunshine, because in 2 days' time we'll probably be freezing our fucking asses off with a fucking hailstone storm coming through, battering the United Kingdom, and we're all freezing to death, sodden to the skin, because it's decided to fucking rain again. Sorry, I don't normally swear here. It's just I kind of couldn't resist it there. We'll have to see whether I keep that edit in or not. It's just absolutely typical of this country. We get a nice bit of weather, everybody bloody panics, half the population dies, and then literally 2 days later we're all freezing and sodden to the bloody skin again. Anyway, take care out there, and I'll see you in the next one. The next videos will be back to normality, if that's ever possible.